Hello to my Patreon subscribers. How you guys doing? Welcome back. All right, let's do this weekly review of my calls. Not a lot of calls. Why? Because the market is in a bad place. The market doesn't know what it wants to do. Okay, it doesn't look good. I'll be honest. Um, it's not looking good. So let's kind of like review everything here, and we'll go back to the last video. Where was it? Uh, well, right here. All right. The only one I guess this week that was that I made a call on was Doge, and that was last week. Okay, May 9th. And again, you had a topping M pattern. It broke the structure. Fair enough. Okay. But don't be convinced about thrust down moves. Be patient, right? We covered that on a previous video. You can go back and look at it. And of course, it played out like a charm. It popped up, came down, and then just withered away. And that's where we are now. Okay. So this one worked out good. Again, what happened here, right? I don't know how many times this guy, Elon Musk, has done this. He comes into Bitcoin. He doesn't like Bitcoin. He likes Doge. He doesn't like Doge. Then he's going to support Doge. Like, this is nonsense. There's so many scam artists. I keep telling people, not only are you going up against the best of the best of the best with all the resources there is, but they're cheaters on top. They're cheaters. How is Elon Musk, right, allowed to make these calls, knowing that he's going to get a reaction? You think he cares about you? You think he cares about any of you? He doesn't. He doesn't. That makes him a douchebag, as far as I'm concerned. I never liked him anyway, but he's a scam artist. So, on top of learning how to chart, trade, economics, finance, all this stuff, you're trying to learn all these things. You got to deal with cheaters. It's unfortunate, but that's the name of the game, right? Wherever there's going to be a lot of money, there's going to be cheaters. It's kind of the same thing with GameStop. Look at this, okay? I've posted GameStop, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. Made 90% on this one, on the call short. Okay. Made another 50% on this one. Okay. And on top of that, you got you got all the bots that come out. All the bots get all upset. Oh, the bots. How do you know they're bots? Well, if you go look at their profiles, they got a bunch of goose eggs, right? Goose eggs across the board. These guys are goosers. Uh, so why game out of all the stocks that I've ever posted does this reaction occur? You know why? Because they're all bots. And game is a bunch of um, pump and pump and dump bots out there trying to influence people into doing the wrong thing. Okay, GameStop is garbage. It's going to remain garbage. It's not going to change from being garbage, and that's why they're trying to uh, uh, fool people into buying it. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's the same thing with Elon Musk. Look at all the other ones. Why do you care what do I think about GameStop? Why do you care? Do you care that I'm bearish on AMD because of the Head and Shoulders? Are you pissed off that I am short Amazon? No. Do you care what I think? No. I guess you do. I don't know. Right? So why does this happen? Look at that. 83 comments. I respond to them. I've been doing this way too long. This social media stuff. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I'm gonna expose you bots. That's just wrong guy. I don't care what you guys write, post. You're not gonna get a reaction. You're not gonna piss me off. Believe me. I enjoy it to a certain extent. Anyway, be careful of these people. Be careful. Don't let them influence you. Always go look at the profile. Make sure that they're legit. If you see a bunch of goose eggs and, oh yeah, we opened up the account last year, it's a bot. All right, China. Let's talk about China Tech. Again, all updates, right? These are all updates. It's struggling. It's struggling to try to maintain this support area. Again, this was featured back on March 30th. Okay, March 30th. Since then, it's gone lower. Okay, so this is just more of an update. Be careful with it. Emerging markets, very heavily weighted towards China. Right? Barrier structure came down. Now it's at a critical point. Double bottoming. If it's not going to go here and this gives away, it can get ugly. Not only for emerging markets, not only for China, but for the rest of the market. Tesla. Come on, Tesla. First featured back on December 10th. And I said, look, this thing is about to reverse, right? And this was December 10th. Went a little bit higher, but it was on the radar. And this is a ratio between Tesla and NDX. Went a little bit higher and then collapsed, right? But this was, the canary in the coal mine. Then February 22nd, okay, I said, look, potential reversal here. So I stayed on top of it and I didn't let it go. And sure enough, there you go, down. Then again on April 15th, right, we had this bearish structure to the upside, look for the downside, and sure enough, straight down. All right. So it is what it is. It is what it is. What else? Amazon. See, nobody's upset. Look, 0 comments. Nobody's upset. Nobody. And again, these are updates, huh? Let's go back in time. April 14th. Okay. So the call was that, hey, this has a potential of going up a little bit more, and then you'll get a correction. And how did that work out? Magic. Magic. Why? Well, it's quite simple. First of all, it's going sideways, and it's done this before, right? It's in a corrective structure in here through time. Same thing here. Doesn't mean it's not going to go higher. None of that stuff. It just means it needs to pause. And the potential area that it can bounce from is this 13-year support line. Okay? Corrects through time, kind of does something like this, and then takes off. Provided the rest of the market does as well. All right. So Amazon game, I'm going to skip. But AMD. See, nobody's complaining. Amazing. Head and Shoulders, I didn't like it. First featured back on April 12th. Okay, somebody asked me about it. 5-year rising wedge. You had your first warning here, and then your second one is here. Okay, and sure enough, it is not doing very well. Still has a Head and Shoulders. Okay, so it's not doing what it's not doing it for the bulls. At least not now. But it's at a critical area. It can bounce from here. All right. S&P priced in gold. All right. Triple top. And a hook. See it? And a hook. So what does that tell me? Well, it tells me fear. That's what that tells me. It's telling me fear. This will skip Ethereum. Head and Shoulders. Okay. Kudoosh. Coming down. Dope. This is for subscribers. I kind of anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah. So overall, the market is in a very funky kind of place. If you look at the total market cap of cryptos, they're kind of in a funky place as well. Got a double top, breaking structure from resistance. Okay, this is an M pattern. It is below the structure, and we'll see how deep this goes. Right? How deep does it go? Maybe it comes down here and then it starts going back up. in something like this. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that for cryptos. But if we take a little look, deeper, what you'll see is that you have Bitcoin, 1, 2, 3 structures pointing this way. There's some weakness here. Okay, it was kind of holding equilibrium at 57,000. Now it's starting to fall, building this pressure at the bottom of the structure. Okay, last time we had this pattern, it broke out. This time it looks like it's going to go lower. Okay, just a heads up. Just be careful with it. Ethereum, head and shoulders, head and shoulders. And by the way, just as a side note, you see this thrust down move everybody was crying about? All the anti Bitcoiners and cryptos. Oh, look, it's down. And I said, no, be careful, wait, be patient. Ethereum looks even finer. Look at that. Huge, huh? It's a huge move. All right, so head and shoulders. Neckline is not really well defined, but it's somewhere in this neighborhood of 3,500. Okay. Be careful, because if this goes, we can easily come to at least 2,900, if not more. Because remember, when you get head and shoulders at tops, it can be a potential area of reversal. I'm not calling for it. I'm just saying. Okay. If it pops from here, then it's just a pause. Okay. It's just a pause, provided it can get through the head. Otherwise, you can get a head test, comes back down, and then it starts to wither away. Okay. Litecoin, right up against resistance, another topping M pattern. Okay, see it? All right. So that's not looking good either. Ripple, I don't know if you guys trade it. I don't like this thing. I don't even know why it's here. Doge, I'm not even going to talk about. We talked about it enough. So that's about it. Overall market, it's in this choppy kind of weird back and forth, right? I was warning about the head test. Be careful with the head test, and boom, it failed. So that's bearish. Okay. We got a nice little pop right here. I think this fails. I think we end up with something like this. I don't know. We'll see. Based on what I'm looking at. See, this is head and shoulders everywhere, right? You got this head and shoulders. You got this head and shoulders. All right. You go through most of the charts. They're either up against resistance, double tops, or head shoulders. That's not good. When I start seeing stuff like that, that's tops. But we're not there yet. I'm not calling for a top. We're not there yet. But it doesn't look good. Okay. All right, guys. That's it. Please like, subscribe, follow. Thank you very much for your support. I appreciate it. We don't negotiate with terrorists, with bots. We don't negotiate with them at all. Be careful. Don't run after whatever Elon Musk says, please. Okay, be smarter than that. Again, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. And hopefully, when we get some kind of resolution, I'll be able to post some nice charts. But for now, again, look at this whole structure here. Look at this. It's just all over the place. It's garbage. You try to trade too much into this, you're gonna get crushed. Gotta be careful. All right. If this goes, we're going much lower. Just letting you know what I think. We're not there yet. Just also, please, questions and answers. I'm probably going to do another video with questions and answers because I get these questions and I don't want to repeat them. So I can just do a video and answer hopefully a lot of people's questions. Okay. So just post them, personal message me, whatever the case may be. That's fine. All right, that's it. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.